Hey guys, what's up? Bob here. Today I'm going to be doing a deck profile for my Spellbook Prophecy deck. Yeah. I've been playing Spellbooks a lot. I mean, that's my favorite deck. So, I have all the cards. They're right here, here, all that. This is my box. I smell something janky in here. Pure jank. Oh, yeah. So, let's go ahead and start. This is November 2014. So, format is primarily Quills, Burning Abyss, and Shaddolls. I've got a good matchup against Burning Abyss and Shaddolls, usually, unless they have Prophecy sided really well. But I do have a lot of good side stuff against Burning Abyss really isn't a problem because you can usually negate effects and stuff. But Shaddolls, I have some stuff sided for them, and Quills, I have a couple of things sided for them. So, anyways, World is not that good, so we're running triple priestess. World's good generally. I mean, against a lot of stuff, it's really good. But triple priestess for the main deck is the best option. Oh yeah, sorry if the camera's a little shaky. I'm using my phone. But anyways, so priestess is your boss monster. She's gonna, hit the field and just, destroy everything. You can use her effect once a turn, and she works really well with vanity's emptiness and stuff. Just because you can back her up with fate and wisdom if you need to, but ideally you're just going to be able to banish and destroy things on your opponent's side of the field without losing anything on your side of the field, and you're just going to be able to keep attacking them directly. So that's the play. Usually if you're going to win, you're going to go through her. So there you go. Next up, let's see if I can pick them up. Triple Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. He's your Stratos. He's your Searcher. He can search almost half of the deck, I think. I forget. Anyway, it's close. So he's really good. Basically, he's your turn one play unless you have something really, really good. So you just want to have him on the field. Late game, maybe you don't want to summon him, but early game you definitely want to have one of these guys on the field. He can net you a ton of advantage and just set up your board. So, next up, 2 temperance and 1 justice. There we go. Temperance, you can summon her, activate a spellbook, and then just send her to the graveyard to summon a priestess. Justice, you banish her, and you get a priestess and a spellbook. The only downside with her is if you banish her, you don't have a spellcaster in the graveyard for tower, so she's not as good a turn one play as you'd think. She is amazing. You just pop some priestess, and then you've got, a really good board just straight, right there. There's going to be a spellcaster in your graveyard, so you can use Spellbook of Life. She's really good. So, to her. 2 Injection Fairy Lilies. Lily is really, really nasty. She can accelerate the game state really quickly. If your opponent leaves their field open, you pay 2,000 life points and they lose almost half of theirs. So Lily's really, really nasty, and she can attack over towers if you need to. She can attack over anything really. But yeah, so to her. Last up for the monsters, and this is a lot of monsters compared to a lot of other Spellbook decks, but I think they're worth it. Double Veiler. In this deck, I've seen a lot of people running stuff like Fiendish Chain or Breakthrough Skill. Veiler's better for Spellbooks because Veiler dumps itself into your graveyard, which makes Spellbook of Life live. It also gives you Synchro plays, and you can do some crazy Synchro plays if you have Spellbook of Life for level manipulation and stuff. So Veiler's really good. So 2 of that. Ordinarily, I would probably have Breakthrough Skill or Fiendish Chain. If this was any other deck, it would definitely be one of those, but since it's Spellbooks, it's Veiler. Next up, triple Spellbook of Secrets. Secrets is your Searcher. I mean, it's Blue Boy, but a spell card. Sets up all your plays, everything. You're going to want to run through this and just have it in your grave. At least one of them. So, 3 of it. Next up, 2 Spellbook Library of the Crescent. I only run 2. A lot of people run 3, but it's kind of dead mid to late game because a lot of times I try to have my graveyard set up for Spellbook of Fate, whenever I need it. And this it's in the way. like trying to set up for it gets in the way of setting up your fate. So I had to make the choice there, and to me, fate's more valuable. So 2 of these, they're good. They're good early. So Next up, triple Spellbook of the Master. I'm only running 2 crescent, so 3 master. Master's better mid to late game, and it's still good early game, which is why there's 3. You can copy secrets, crescent, eternity, or power. I run all of them, so I mean everybody does, but still. Master's really, really good. So I run 3. Next up is, there we go, 2 tower. Tower is your cycling card. It just lets you get an extra draw every turn. It lets you return fate to the deck so that you can get it again. It's really important. You need to. If one gets blown up, you want to have that second one. And they're searchable, so it's fantastic. Next up, 1 Spellbook of Fate. If Fate was at 2, I would be playing 2, but it's at 1. Spellbook of Fate has 3 really good effects. You can either bounce a set spell or trap, which I've used a lot just to clear out the opponent's board. It's handy. It can Book of Moon anything it doesn't target with the Book of Moon effect, or it can just banish something. Doesn't matter if it's a spell or trap, doesn't matter if the thing can't be destroyed, doesn't matter if it can't be targeted, it can banish it. You can use this on pretty much anything except for a Quel'Tha towers. So, there you go. To Eternity, if you're running Fate, which you are, you need Eternity to get stuff back. You need 2 of it because sometimes you have to banish one with Fate. I have had to do that, and I love having the option of, just grabbing another one. Also, sometimes I just end up leaving these in the graveyard because I can't, tower, because I'm always towering, Fate, back into the deck, so this just sits in the graveyard, so I like being able to, snag another one, and, you need to. Next up, double Spellbook of Wisdom. Wisdom is your Forbidden Lance. It's searchable, it protects your boss monsters. It can protect anything, really. Injection Fairy Lily plus this means you're going to be able to get off a huge attack. Priestess plus this means that she's not going anywhere, plus, worst case scenario, you can just activate it just to have it in the graveyard, and then she can banish it and kill something, so it's really good. Spellbook of Power and Spellbook of Life. Power lets you attack over pretty much anything, especially when you combine it with, Lily or Priestess. And Life is basically Monster Reborn. Reborn's banned, this is not, we're running this. There was an option for a soul charge or something. I decided not to. You don't really need it. You don't have that many monsters in your graveyard anyway. Plus, you don't want to pay too many life points. I've already got Solemn and Lily. So, these 2. And, I mean, this is basically free. So, now for the regular spells. Book of Moon, raigeki. Book of Moon lets you just flip stuff. It's really good. It's even better in spellbooks than ordinarily because you have Blue Boy, who you can just flip face down, get his effect again. Raigeki, it's mostly here to help get rid of Vanity's emptiness. A lot of people just sit something on the field and then, oh, you can't do anything. It's oh, raigeki, your monster's destroyed, so is your Vanities, and now I've got your free reign. So it's usually a plus. It's always worth it. I mean, worst case scenario, I have to side it out against Burning Abyss or something. It's still worth having in the main deck just in case. Okay, next up, double MST. Again, for Vanities, for back row. There's a lot of back row around, and sometimes things just set 1, so you can just MST it. It's really good. Also to hit tool and other things, so, double MST. I was going to run 3, I decided not to. Traps, we've got Solemn, Bottomless. Solemn stops a summon, Bottomless kills it dead. We like Bottomless because it doesn't target, and it can be used against multiple things. Plus, it's, it banishes, so that's always good. Double, Divine Wrath. Sorry, I forgot the name. Double Divine Wrath. Sorry there's a bit of glare on this. Let me see if I can get a better angle. Divine Wrath is so good. This used to be a Phoenix Wing Moon Blast. I'm never going back. This is so good. It can, basically, it negates effects, lets you discard a Priestess so you can just Spellbook a Life it in the next turn, which is honestly usually better than Priestess's natural effect. And it can be used on stuff in the graveyard and stuff. So, like, you say a Burning Abyss thing hits the graveyard, and they're like, oh, okay, I'm just going to get a tour guide. Nope. Yeah, you go a little bit neg, but you pretty much kill their play, and that's all you really need. So, usually that'll win you a game. I'm not even kidding about that. Like, that will usually win you a game. And then double vanities. Vanity's emptiness, we all know that it's really good. It'll probably get banned at some point, but for now, we've got two. I don't really think I need to talk about vanity. Like, everybody knows why vanities is good. Okay, next up is the extra deck. It's still sort of, like, you don't use it a lot, but I like to have it. So, let's see, Herald of Pure Light, Daigusto Phoenix, Shining Elf, and Gachi. Gachi Gantetsu, I think that's how you say it. Of all of these, you usually only use these two. Sometimes I go into Gachi if I have like a vanities or something. I almost never use this, but I like to have it because it's a spellcaster. This thing, if you're using World, you use this a lot, but usually it's just attack, and then overlay what's her face into it. But anyway, those four are my rank 2s. One leviair, just in case I need it. I will never need it, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? And there's space. And then one downerd, Daigusto Phoenix can attack, and then you just put this on top, and she's a spellcaster. So she's supported by like all of my spellbooks. And then my rank 7s, not that I ever really go into these, but you know, they're there. Big Eye's the best Pope. Hierophant of Prophecy is the Pope, if you didn't know. This is basically MST, this is basically like a snatch steal, and this is basically just sit on the field and kill everything. Just pick this up, it's good, I like it. So, you know, there you go. The big three, sort of. Well, big two, and then Hierophant. Synchros, I've got a lot of synchros. Armades, he's pretty good. You can summon him, if you have like a blue boy on the field, and a blue boy engrave, as well as a Veiler, you can, you know, Spellbook a life, banish blue boy, summon Veiler, it's level 3, and then you synchro into, you know, level 5. This one's the best level 5 for me. It basically beats Bujin's. Arcanite and Black Rose. Arcanite can do a lot of cool things. Basically, when you summon him, you can pop 2 things, have a priestess on board, overlay into a rank 7, and you're good. This just blows up the field. I've never really used this, but this one I have like once or twice. They're both really good. And then for the level 8s, Start a Spark, Thought Roller. I could switch this out for a Crimson Blader, but I really like Thought Roller. Just like, you know, to gain life points and stuff. I've used this effect a lot. And then this guy, plus Vanities, is just really tough to kill. Fun thing with that is you can, you know, use Priestess, summon herself, summon a Veiler, Synchro, and then Spellbook of Life, bring Priestess back, and then you've got 5,000 attack on board. You can use Priestess's effect twice that turn, so it's really good. And then, you know, plus Vanities, and nothing goes away. And then Star Eater. I really like Star Eater. It's kind of hard to save it. There it is. Look at that. Star Eater is really cool. He beats a lot of decks. Like, I don't use him too often, but when I do, I win. And he's actually not that hard to summon. You can, like, usually if you have like a Priestess on board, you can blow something up like a monster, then just, you know, like banish Temperance or whatever for like Temperance or Lily, summon Veiler, and then Synchro, and you got 11. So there you go. That's the extra deck. And side deck, this is really generalized. I want it to have some, you know, basically everything I need it for locals, just in case I ran into something. So, double Max C. Max C is pretty much side deck staple, unless you're main decking it. Like, there's no reason not to have it somewhere. So double Max C. Let's see. The third Temperance, a World, and the second Spellbook of Power. I do side this in every now and then when I'm up against something that I can just attack over. You know, like any of those decks. This is really good. This is for anything that's not Burning Abyss, or like Shaddolls, or sometimes quills if I feel like it would be good. I'll side it in. But anything else, you can usually just add this in, take out like justice or whatever, and then this you can take out like a priestess for it. And basically it's Judgment Dragon, and it nets you like a +2, so it's really good. I mean, I say that a lot, but World is seriously one of the best cards in the game. Just not as good right now. Double Nobleman of Crossout for Shadalls, and like weird Raikos and stuff. You can just, activate it. A lot of the Shadalls just get like destroyed because if they have a flip effect, then that card is just gone. I love being able to do that because it's really nasty. Speaking of that, double Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell, again for Shadalls, and some other things. If I run into like a mirror match or heroes or whatever, heroes are more like online, but my friend Logan runs heroes, and you hit like Miracle Fusion or Mass Exchange with this, and they just lose. So, yeah, it's really cool. Basically, Curse Seal makes it so that if you, it's like, what's it like, a Magic Jammer or whatever, except for that they can't use that spell for the rest of the game. So, if you can, like, think of a spell that a deck runs 3 of, if you hit it with this, they lose. Or, like, it's just gone. And a lot of the decks that run 3 of a certain spell, like mine, if you hit that spell, they just won't be able to win. Double Breakthrough. I know I said Valor was better in this deck, but I like having both. Breakthrough is really good. Just, taking it, negate effects and stuff. Could have been a Fiendish, but I like Breakthrough. It's really good. Double Debunk for Bujins and stuff. Mostly Bujins. Debunk just, like, gets rid of whatever. Usually it's, like, Honest or Crane or whatever. And then double Deep Dark Trap Hole for Quill Fall Through Theft. Basically, it's like Bottomless, except for that you can add in 2 more of them. So, triple of that. And it really punishes pendulums. So, and you can also use it against Shadalls because they're fusion monsters. You can just be like, oh, that's gone forever. And it doesn't destroy, or like, does it? No, it just banishes it. So, yeah. You can use it against like Construct and stuff, and it doesn't get its effect. Anyways, that's the deck. That's the pile. So I guess, hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you later. Bye, guys.